Good day, everyone. My name is Reen, and uh, today I want to talk about traveling from Pakistan to Hong Kong during COVID-19. So, for this, first of all, I would like to give a huge shout out to this Hong Kong quarantine support group on Facebook. This has been a huge help during my time when I was planning, and during the time I was traveling. The management, the administration, the members, all of them were so much helpful and so much vigilant in collecting the information and dispensing it. So they deserve a special mention and special thank you for all this work. So if we see on the Hong Kong government website, there are 4 basic requirements of entering Hong Kong from any of the specified high risk countries. So from all these countries, I'm from Pakistan, and I wanted to come back to Hong Kong to continue my studies. So coming back to the 4 requirements, the first requirement here, as we can see, that it is that you should have a test report in English or Chinese from a lab that has the capacity to conduct a nucleic acid test for COVID-19. The second requirement is that if your test report is not in English or Chinese, you should have it translated by the same lab or healthcare institution. The third requirement here is that you need a documentary proof that your selected lab is government approved. And the fourth and last requirement here is that you have reserved and confirmed a hotel room to spend your quarantine time there. So for the first requirement, this is the information basically for the people who are coming from Pakistan. I traveled from Islamabad to Hong Kong. So when I consulted from some of the people that I knew who traveled from Pakistan to Hong Kong during that time, so I asked them, and most of them told that I have to get the letter from district health office. So I want to mention here clearly that this letter is not to be issued by district health office. This is being issued by district population office, and this office is located in Karachi company. So before the month of August, this letter was issued after your test results, but when we went there in August, we were told that we have to get this letter before going to the lab. So you go to district population office, and while going there, please don't forget to bring with you copies of your CNIC and passport. So you have the copies of both these documents, and you go there, and you will be asked to fill and submit a form along with these copies, and you will be asked to wait for around 10 to 20 minutes, and then you will receive this letter. And this letter was issued to, as I was traveling with my friend, so we both were issued a separate letter, although there wasn't any name on it, but it was issued separately. So this one fulfills the third requirement here of saying that the test is being conducted and the report is being given by a government certified, government approved healthcare institution or lab. Also, while going here, you have to be certain that which lab you are gonna go for the test. So we went for Excel lab, so they have mentioned the name of Excel lab here. So after that, you go to the Excel labs. So I want to make this clear as well that not all the branches of each lab are conducting COVID-19 tests, and also, as Hong Kong have very strict entry requirements, not all the branches that handle the COVID-19 handle the Hong Kong travelers. So please ask them, please call beforehand, please have the all information beforehand. For example, for Excel lab, only their blue area branch deals with Hong Kong travelers for COVID-19. So you will go to Excel lab, for example, or any other lab. In Excel lab, you will be guided by the staff to fill these online forms and one hard copy of the form, and you will wait for your turn, and you will be called on the reception desk, and the person, all the person have to pay the fee, and you will be assigned a room, and the sample will be collected from you. So here I want to mention that normally it is allowed to take the test 72 hours before your travel, or before, like, until you arrive on your destination, that is Hong Kong. But when we went there, like, we estimated all the time, and we went there according to our estimate of 72 hours. So the lab told us that we cannot take the test for 72 hours before, because many of the passengers were refused boarding on Dubai airport because of this, and they were asking for a test results maximum 48 hours before the arrival in Hong Kong. So as you know that because of travel conditions everywhere, the flights are being cancelled. So initially our flight was about 14 hours long, including the transit time, but we were put on a 35 hours flight. So we originally went to the lab like one day before, so that we could have all the documents together before one day. But we were asked to come back the next day, the day our flight was. So for example, our flight was on 1 a.m. like tomorrow night, so we were asked to come back on 9 or 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we went back there, and they collected our sample, and they made available. You would have to request them to please provide the results by a reasonable time, to allow you to collect the lab results, to book your hotel, to go to the airport, etc. So you will be collecting 2 pages report from the lab, and please make sure that your name is the same as on your passport number or HKID number is correct, the report is signed and stamped, and also along with this report, Excel lab, I'm not sure about other labs, Excel lab will be issuing the letter from National Institute of Health, or NIH, that details that how Excel lab has the capacity to conduct the nucleic acid test for COVID-19. That is the requirement of Hong Kong government. So you will be getting these 3 pages from the Excel lab. It will fulfill the first and second requirement. So by now you have fulfilled first, second, and third requirement. The last requirement is to book your hotel. So to be on the safer side, we booked our hotel after receiving all the first 3 documents. Please make sure that you book the hotel from the approved list. For example, for Pakistani travelers, Hong Kong government has approved a list of 14 hotels, and we were allowed to book only those hotels. And also, unfortunately, I got to see the travelers who did not know about this, and they were refused boarding. So that was really sad, and I was really upset on that time about that. But this is what I really want to mention here. Also, if you are more than one person traveling together, please make sure that you all of the persons that are going to be in that room have their name on the booking. For example, I was traveling with my friend, and when we booked, there was no place to enter 2 guest names, so we just entered like my first name and last name. We put and the name of my friend, so that it would look different when you input it, but when you will get the booking confirmation, at least both names will be on that booking. So this will fulfill the fourth requirement. So when you will get to the airport, as I traveled from Islamabad airport, I want to discuss the situation there a little bit. If when you go on the check-in counter, you can go on any of the economy class counters for checking in, but when I traveled, they only specified two last counters for Hong Kong travelers, and I don't know why they specified only two counters, because for a normal traveler who were like traveling to UAE or America or anywhere else, they only took 5-10 minutes to the whole check-in procedure. But for Hong Kong travelers, they took, and I'm not exaggerating, it took literally 30 minutes at least per person. When our turn came, we handed over all the documents, and this tip, I saw this one in the Hong Kong quarantine support group. This is very helpful. Please put them in a folder. Put your HKID with it, put your passport with it, put everything in order. So it will be really helpful with you when you will be checking in. So I handed over those documents, and we were asked to wait there, and we waited for about an hour. I don't know what they wanted to confirm from Hong Kong government about a stamp on my visa. So it took about 1 hour, and it was really hectic, and it was really mentally disturbing and tiring to see that whole process. And by the time we were allowed to get on the flight, we boarded and the plane took off. So it was, the management was not so good on Islamabad airport. So please be prepared. Please arrive beforehand, at least 4 hours before there. So during your transit, you should download the Stay Home Safe app, and you should complete and submit the health declaration form on Hong Kong government. It is available on Hong Kong government website. So, and you will have this QR code, and you will be asked to show this QR code on multiple occasions during your travel. Also, please make sure that when you are being asked on the health declaration form about your last port of departure, please do not put the name of your transit country, because a staff member at Dubai airport asked us to put UAE here, but we had a hard time about this, and we were asked to resubmit our health declaration form. Please make sure that you put here your actual port of departure. For me, that was Pakistan. And you can fill this form beforehand, I think around 24 hours maybe, and it will be really helpful, because on the Hong Kong airport, it will make your life much easier. Okay, so please pack hand sanitizer, gloves, mask, antibacterial wipes. Please clean the plane seat and the screen before sitting there, and please maintain proper hygiene. The Emirates airline provides this travel hygiene kit. It has the sanitizer sachets, the gloves, masks, and antibacterial wipes. So these are the shots of meals provided in the flight. So as you can see here, the Dubai airport was really empty, and not many shops were open there. There were not many people, and the sleeping pods were closed, the hotel rooms were closed, and the only option that was left was to relax on these recliners. You can look for a quiet place there, a reasonably quiet place there, where you can look after your luggage, and also you can relax for a bit. Also, there were not many places open when I traveled. Only McDonald's, Hard Rock Cafe, Starbucks, and other cafe, and Candelicious, and one or two other shops were open on that terminal. Also, on Dubai airport, there were not many trolleys available. Actually, there was none. So you will be dragging all your hand luggage with you all the time. So please make sure to pack a painkiller or a muscle relaxant with you, because during my time I had Panadol with me and Voltron with me, and it really helped when my back was killing me and my feet were killing me. So it really helped me. So please pack those. When we arrived in Hong Kong, we were taken by a shuttle to the airport building, and in the whole flight there were about, I think, 28 to 30 passengers at most. From there we took a train to our terminal, and when we get out of the train, the staff uh, checks that we have submitted the health declaration form and we have installed the Stay Home Safe app, and we are guided um, to the sample collection area. In the sample collection area, before you go to the sample collection booth, you will be provided with a band, and please make sure that the band is comfortable on your wrist, because you will be having that band on you for the next 14 days of your quarantine. So after that, staff will confirm and check your contact number that you just provided, and they will check the submitted health declaration form, and they will ask you to proceed to the next counter, where the hotel reservation and everything, all the information will be checked, and you will be provided with a quarantine order and all the other documents, as well as a digital thermometer here. From there you will proceed to the next station, where you will be handed out with a testing kit, and you will be assigned a booth number. You will go to that booth, you will collect the sample, clean the testing kit, and you will hand over the sample to the next counter. From there you will go to the waiting area. On the entrance of waiting area, you will be asked about your food preference, and you will be assigned a room. For example, like I was sharing a room with my friend, so we were assigned a room in Dorset. So they gave one room to both of us, and they tagged us together. So you have to put this one on. But from there, you sit there and wait for a while until the shuttle bus comes and takes you to your designated hotel. So ours was Dorset. So when we got there, we received a room key, we received the help with the relevant information, and also we received our dinner and drink, and we went to our room. So this is the video of the room from Dorset that we stayed in, and it was a really good room, and it was really tidy and comfortable. One thing I want to mention is that there was no hand wash, so you may probably would want to use your own hand wash for hand washing purpose. Also, you can, as an alternative, you can use the shower gel here. There are, I think, teas and coffees here provided, a kettle, a hair dryer. The beds were really comfortable. So the next day around 10 p.m., we received a call from the reception, and we were told that we can check out. From that, we understood that our test results are clear, alhamdulillah, and we can go to the reserved hotel now. So we booked a taxi by using this HK Taxi app. And we opted for this option because we heard about a lot of scams outside the designated quarantine hotels, from where the people, taxi drivers charge more, etc, etc. So we wanted to be safe, and we used this app, and we put on all the information, and you get a cab for your travel. So make sure that you have the taxi number. If you have the driver's contact information or driver's license number, you have to keep record of it, because you have to input all this information on the documents provided by the government officer on the airport, because this information has to be used for contact tracing in case someone tests positive on the next COVID-19 test. So best of luck, and I hope that you guys see no discomfort or difficulty during your travel or ever. So thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Thank you so much.